Hi friends, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra here at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale with Chris Sebastian, Adam Winch. How do you take the world's bougiest defensive shotgun and make it bougier? Add a Salvo 12. Big Tech's Ordnance is my go-to source for accessories for all your defensive and competition firearms. They have great holsters with accessories for concealment and ship fast at great prices. I'm a proud customer and recommend them without hesitation. Sunday gear review, many thanks to Big Tex, love those guys. Did not buy this from Big Tex. If you've been on Extra a bit, you notice that I've recently gotten into the suppressor game. Got into the suppressor game on a pure lark. I didn't feel like I had the money or the patience to deal with the stuff. And then I had a friend who was an FFL with an SOT, and he decided to get out of the SOT game. Had millions of dollars of SOT stuff, sold most of it to one guy, called me and said, hey John, I've got several suppressors that are left. I just want to get rid of all of them in a batch. And there were 7 of them in there. And I said, okay, what are you looking to do? He goes, I'll give them to you stupid cheap. Define stupid cheap. Take all 7 of them, give me $2,000 and they're yours.
Oh.
Okay, cool. That included, I didn't know what they were. I straight up didn't know what they were. Just said, sure, why not? We'll figure it out. And in there was a Salvo 12. And now, okay, so I got a deal on this one, right? I paid for it, and then I had to go through the tax shenanigans and all that stuff. It took me about 8 months to get this thing through ATF jail. A little faster now with the e-filing stuff, but that's what this took me. Now this guy is in long boy status, okay? So if you look, you can see, and I mean, again, you know how I do things. I'm not doing all the B-roll and all that stuff, but you can see there are multiple baffles here. You can set this guy up 4 inches all the way out to 12 inches. It can give you a little bitty short boy. That'll give you a little bit of suppression, all the way out here to where I have it at 12 inches, which is all of it. Right? So this is a full 12 inches. Now, if you notice, I'm going to back up so you can see my feet. When I do that and set this guy on the ground, this freaking gun is 50 inches long.
It's almost the size of the old-fashioned muskets.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So it's a Minuteman musket sized. It is, the only thing I could do to make it bigger is put a bayonet on the bottom of it.
And you might.
Now, I'm also going to say, you know that I believe that for a home defense gun, a sound suppressor can be a very good thing. And there are varying opinions on that, okay? But I think a suppressor on a home defense gun makes a lot of sense because bump in the night, I don't have time necessarily to put my ears on. My wife probably won't put ears on for sure. My kids may not put ears on. So having that as protection for them, and really more than even the sound, is the overpressure and being able to stay on target and not have the overpressure issues that can disorient significantly in defensive gunfighting is a good thing. So I like the idea. Now, the next thing when you buy a suppressor, so I paid a couple $100 for this guy. If you find one in stock somewhere right now, retail they're about $900 is what you're going to actually pay for this guy right now. But wait, there's more. You've got to find the correct choke tube for it too. Now, various choke tubes exist, and finding one for the Beretta 1301, royal stinking pain in the butt. Because here's the first thing you got to ask. Well, which choke tube family is the Beretta 1301? Because they have multiples. Why? Well, because Beretta's been making guns since like 1500. Literally, they've been making guns for 500 years. And you don't think of Beretta necessarily as a shotgun maker, but that's who they are at their core, is they make shotguns. And so there's all these different families of choke tubes. And so just so you know, it's the Optima HP is the one that you actually put in the 1301. I got the improved cylinder version of that and adapted it to this. That cost me another like $170, okay? So how much do I have in this? I have about $300 in the suppressor, $170 in the adapter for this particular gun. Need a different one to put it on my 870. I have that too. And then $200 for the tax stamp, right? So I've got about $700 in this suppressor. Now, that makes this total gun right now about a $4,500 piece. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, straight up, being clear, I don't have $4,500 in it. You know, I don't have that much in the suppressor. This gun was originally sent to me by Beretta. Ernest Langdon gave me the good guy price on putting the LTT Elite package in it. VanComp did the VanComp barrel in it for me and wouldn't take any money for that because they're my friends and they know that I talk nice things about them on the YouTubes. The light I paid full retail for. The Briley handguard I paid full retail for. It's got Wilderness Tactical Furniture, and Sam won't let me give her any money, and that makes me mad. You hear me, Sam? Let me give you money. Anyway, so that's where this guy is. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. People are gonna say, "Holy crap, John! It's the longest gun ever. That's got to be heavy as a pig."
It's
Adam,
so
okay,
light.
wait, let's like Chris.
It is lighter than my standard AR-10.
Oh yeah.
Lighter than that. I was impressed when I picked it up because the size alone would dictate that this would be at least another 3 pounds.
Yeah, you look at it and you go, this thing should weigh a million pounds, but it doesn't. All right, you get to hold that too. Adam, I mean, you do a lot of carbine stuff.
It's light as can be. I mean, it's like he said, it's almost as, I'd say, just slightly heavier than my AR-15.
So
it's light.
Now, if you point it, we got a block wall here, and as you kind of point in on that gun a little bit, does it feel super end heavy to you?
No, it doesn't at all.
So that's weird, right? Like you'd expect it to feel really end heavy, but the suppressor doesn't really weigh that much. It's hollow.
I would figure it'd be pulling me down, but it's not. I mean, it's pretty well balanced. It's right there, just nice and easy.
So listen, I know people are gonna be like, John, that shotgun's a beast, and it sucks for CQB. We're gonna have another video about why, as a private citizen, you ain't doing CQB. I've already talked about it, but we're gonna talk about it some more. As a private citizen, you don't do CQB. There's a big difference between structure assault that my cop friends do and going and chasing goblins down holes and me responding to a bump in the night as a private citizen.
Yeah.
But let's shut up, put our ears on, and shoot it. Now, the big thing everybody wants to ask on a suppressor is sound suppression levels, right? So a shotgun, unsuppressed, you're talking about 160 to 165 decibels. What we've experienced with this, what I got from Cody at Vancom, with the full 12 inches on it, should be just under 140 with a semi-automatic gun.
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all, but remember 140 and above is where you start thinking about permanent hearing damage. So we're not gonna shoot this with our ears off today because we're indoors and I don't wanna risk it. I've got enough from my time in the engineering spaces. In the Navy, I ain't getting no more that I don't have to get, right? But we're gonna put our ears on, we're gonna put our eyes on, we're gonna shoot it a little bit, let you hear it. I'm gonna actually right now give you a little bit of montage from previous ASP videos with this shotgun so that you can hear what it sounds like without it. So let's just see if we can keep that. And I really function on there. You see, I've got that, I'm getting, and I can get, you want all that together. Oh my! Wow! Now I'm gonna tell you, if you've watched the channel, this guy doesn't recoil much to begin with, right? So you would expect it's heavier now. It's not super heavy, but it's got a little bit more weight, and without the explosive gases out the front, with that being contained, you'd expect it to recoil even a little bit less. Let's find out. So I'm not gonna tear up the target with birdshot. That's stupid, right? There's no reason to tear up my target with birdshot. So all I'm gonna do here is I am going to charge this guy up. Very good. Okay, I just want to feel it. I'm just trying to get a feel for what it's doing here. Again, you know I love push-pull. Push-pull is like... Okay, that's stupid. It's such a different sound signature. It goes... Psst. Did you hear it?
It was like a sneeze.
Yeah, it was. That was exactly it. It was a sneeze. What the hell? Okay.
Like a kid in a candy store.
Well, and did you notice? I mean, it's certainly not pushing me around. I don't want to shoot a ton of rounds through it today just because I didn't bring a million of them. Adam, you want to take a couple?
Sure.
It's got 3 in it right now.
Absolutely. Okay.
Safety is backwards. It's set up for a correct-handed person.
Correct-handed person.
Geez, here we go.
Okay. Oh, I like it.
It just doesn't. It doesn't recoil.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, his shoulder didn't move.
Oh.
Take another one.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah, that all day long. That is outstanding, John. One left in there.
Instead of taking a shotgun course and feeling beat up at the end of the day, this would be like shooting a handgun.
There was nothing there on the shoulder.
Okay, last thing we need to do, I just want to see if it changes my point of impact on my stuff. Oftentimes a suppressor will change your point of impact a little bit. It shouldn't affect the inherent accuracy of this gun at all. Remember, this gun was sent to Vancom. It has a flight control optimized barrel in it, and so it's still in the wad. When it comes out of here, it's gonna stay in the wad for 10 yards probably outside of that with the flight control. So it shouldn't affect the pattern on the gun at all, but I am interested to see if it affects the point of impact. So let's back up to 15 yards, shoot one or two of my flight controls through it and see what it does. LA-133 double-aught buck. This is Federal Flight Control 8-pellet double-aught. Now I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be an interesting thing because this stuff is so low recoil that if I push-pull this gun super hard, it doesn't love to cycle this stuff when I really push-pull it like I mean it. So let's see what it does with this. I just want to see where my, oh, that didn't do anything, where my point of impact is here. I'm going to aim for the head box and just see what that head box does. There's that. Yeah, buddy. Oh, now that's kind of interesting. I want to go down and I want you to see something here that was really surprising to me. Let's go take a look. That's an interesting result. If you notice, I had one pattern here and one pattern here. I'm not in the wad at 15 yards on this gun. Now, I'm gonna say here, I'm about a big fist. I'm probably a 5.5, 6 inch pattern here. It's probably about the same here, about a 6 inch pattern, give or take, on this particular gun. But I will say it's actually opened the pattern up just a little bit, is what it's probably done for me. This gun, certainly if I'm aiming here center of mass, I'm still totally okay. I'm out to probably 25, 30 yards, but we need to get out a little farther with this gun and see if this suppressor shortens my range up on it. It might actually be pulling the wad, the flight control wad, a little early, which is leading that pattern to get a little bit bigger. That's an interesting thing for us to see. So just an introduction, but Chris, what you think of this?
It's like a love tap on the shoulder. Now I have to go buy one. Thanks, John.
There went all your money. Adam, thoughts?
I might steal it from you.
It's a giggler for sure. It's really cool. I'm going to do some more testing at distance. I want to see what this does to my pattern at 25, 30, 35 yards. Because this gun right here with flight control without the suppressor on it is a 35-yard gun.
Yeah.
I could keep an 8-inch pattern at 35 yards on this gun all day long. I want to see what it's like with this on there. I could say, man, it shortens the recoil up a little bit, even more. It's a non-recoiling gun at this point. It's surprisingly light, given all of it. It's long as heck, guys. It's 50 inches of gun, for golly sakes. But I like it.